Good evening, Neo. This is Mal, your Neo News broadcaster, coming to you Saturday Night Live on the Missions channel. As you know, I like to go over a quick recommendation of the rules before we get started. For all of our newer players, hopefully you're listening in and you finally got yourself a radio. The missions are one of the best ways to get some gear here, including building supplies. But just to make sure, this is a PvE server, except for two areas, Northwest Airfield and Tizzy. Those are both the PvP areas on this server. If you have a friend and y'all feel like killing each other, please head to those areas and go inside of the fence line. But please be aware, of course, because that is a PvP designated area. If you and a buddy want to go kill each other, you might be killed by other players. And of course, everyone has to be inside the fence to be killed. So anyone, if you're inside the fence shooting out or outside the fence shooting in, that is a big no-no. And of course, as we all know, love care is great care here. Meaning be nice to the other players, show them the ropes. We're all here learning. Unless you're me or Kaz, who are a little special and been here a year and scared to go. I'm scared to go anywhere else. Kaz is not. But just letting you all know, I did play official a couple times. It sucks. I stay here. But I must digress though. So I would like to give a huge shout out to Josh Dog for his Christmas temple. Everyone got some very lovely gifts on it. And as we all know, Josh loves doing different events. His little temple maze was wonderful, but as you all know, whenever you do events with Josh, you might be prepared to die. So make sure you listen to the events channel on the Discord. He might have something new coming in. There was a little rumor it could be another race. But again, is a rumor that I have to wait for a confirmation to come through on my Discord to let players know. And as usual, it looks like it's a nice sunny evening here in Neo. I logged on, went out there and looked. I'm going to be honest with y'all folks, I've been joining one of Neo's other servers. You know, they have a few different ones, which are PvP with interaction preferred. There's Neo Livonia, Neo Bitterroot, Neo Novostock. I've been on Novostock because that's actually a pretty decent map, but these other servers have AI, so please be careful and wary. Make sure you learn the ropes here before you want to head over there. And of course, like I said, this is going to be up-to-date news and Neo all the time. And the only reason I'm using the missions channel is so people can do their missions and listen to me at the same time. Hopefully everyone is having a wonderful evening. As we all know, I'm doing this 1 hour before restart. Restart is at 8 o'clock, but about 5 minutes prior you will be kicked. I like to let everyone here know, especially my listeners, please log off 10 minutes prior to restart, because if you were unconscious, if you die, your bodies will be wiped from the server. You will show up as a freshie on the coast. Speaking of which, if you're not aware, we have a North and South Trader. The South Trader is located between Cherno and Electro at the little S junction. Do not take that junction at high rates of speed, Cass, because it's very few people who live to see the tail come through. Now, as you know, if you want to go to the North Trader, you can follow the main road all the way around. You're going to head to the little teardrop-looking lake northeast of Novaya Petrovka. Ain't gonna lie, I can read a map really well, but my husband has to wait for my finger to point for directions. I'm pointing the right way, but I don't ever say the right way. So just look at the map yourself. If you're not on the Discord, please join. We can stay up to date with all news centrals there. And if there's any digression or issues on the server, you can place a ticket. Now on to other things going on here. I have learned recently, because again, been only here, and honestly, we're kind of spoon-fed on this server, ain't gonna lie. As we all know, I accidentally took a long stick and a rope and made a fishing pole. I was trying to make a kit, but I forgot to snap it into short sticks, so I wanted a little shelter kit. You need 4 short sticks and some rope to make a shelter kit, 2 short sticks and rope to make a fence kit. But if you accidentally have a long stick and you put a rope in there, make sure to, and you accidentally make a fishing pole but you want to do something else, you just take a knife to it and it disassembles the pieces. Oh, I'm hearing shooting in the background. I'm wondering who that could be. I know Gorka's not far from here, but hopefully people are out killing those zombies. Or there's a mission near us. I don't have my radio on to listen to that. I'm just using the big radios in at Tower to tell everyone about the news this evening. And of course, hopefully it's been a kind of a quiet day, from what I can understand looking at the Discord. Now, I believe Brightwheel still has his little public boat ramp and touring service down by the coast if you wanted to go and visit Prison Island. Him and quite a few other players built that thing, but so if you want to, please feel free to go right on ahead and head over and take a look. I'm not sure what tonight's evening charges are, but I believe they have it to where you can actually take it yourself. Just please remember to bring it back and hopefully not ruined condition. That is kind of a requirement here because even though boats do spawn on the coast, there are times they are very hard to come across. Most time for a boat that spawns, you'll need to bring yourself a spark plug and some gasoline. And of course, it's very easy to spawn a car in this server. Make sure your in-game name is set. There are directions on how to do that on the server. Thankfully, Matt and Kaz have made different YouTube videos. I know Kirk, he's the admin and owner of the server, has a couple out there as well. Now let me go ahead and scroll through here. I'd like to say hello to some of our newer players. I know Damien Darko was with Kaz earlier learning the ropes. And I'm not sure if... Let me go through my general. Let's see. We have a new player. We have RJ Gaming. We have Nilop3. As we know, we like to use all these wonderful channels. Try to stay up to date with things. And as everyone knows, if you have any questions, please go on ahead and ask in the Chernarus Noob. If you have trades, you're looking for a flag, you're looking for nails, you're looking for something, post it in the trades channel of the Discord. That way you can have other players get together with you, and they can go right on ahead, and y'all can see what you have to trade and get things built. There are quite a few different long-term players on here that all like to be involved. So the more you post, the more that someone can be there to help you. As you all know, please remember there are more rules posted on the Neo Farmers page, one of which is they do not recommend building giant mega bases. It lags the server. As of this moment, there is no chance for a purge. I'm repeating this. No. N-O. Talks of any purge or wipe happening anytime soon. If there is, either Neo News here will be the ones to inform you, or on the Discord we will be notified. But the more the server lags, there is a higher chance, which is why we do not want any mega bases, and that is why it is harder to get building supplies. If you get onto the Discord and see whatever events we have, like I said, I'm going to try to keep you all up to date on the newer ones. You always have a chance of getting some type of building supplies or anything you need as a prize. And of course, if you need nails, the best part would be to go down to the coastal areas, Tier 1 looting. You can find that on the iSurvive map. A lot of times you'll either get the nails in the radio missions, or you can kill zombies down there to get them. They do still spawn on the map, of course, but they are lower rated. So you have a lower chance of finding them in the wild. Not impossible. I did find one once. Boy, was it once. I think I was on the coast, though, too, which was interesting. When I found that one box of nails in the wild. Not on a zombie. But you can always practice your zombie killing skills. Now, for those of you who want to go fishing, you can make yourself a hook bone. So you can go fishing. Like I said, you just need a rope, a long stick that you can use with your hands to pull from any bushes. Put it together, put a little bone thing on there, use a knife, you can dig up a worm, and then you can go fishing for a temporary way to get yourself some food. And then take your knife to a long stick, and you can sharpen it, you can put food on there, and you can cook it over a hand fire. Now, for those of y'all who were listening to my previous ones, if you do not have matches or a lighter, all you need is some bark and a short stick, and you make a hand drill kit. Of course, that's probably you'll need a knife to do this too, of course. So you can use a bark to start as a fire starter for your fireplace with some firewood or sticks with bark. But you take one stick and a thing and make a hand drill kit. It gives you the option to make a fireplace or a hand drill kit. Choose the hand drill kit, make your fireplace, put your sharpened meat on your sharpened stick, and you can go on ahead and cook it. That way you have food. Now, because they did, mind you, they did change the way things are. If you eat your food while it is still burning hot, it can kill you. It was actually kind of funny when they did this change because lots of people were dying left and right from hot food. I think it was like, less than a year ago they made the change when they updated one of the things here on DayZ. Also, just another reminder, bear meat, wolf meat are poisonous. You cannot eat them. So if you were to kill a wolf, you can skin it for the fur, which bear pelts, by the way, if they're in great condition, you can, and do it with some lime, you get 12. I want to say 12, definitely 8 pieces of leather, but I think I got 12 out of one once. Do not quote me. It's been a hot minute since I killed a bear. And no, if any admins are listening, do not spawn a bear on me. I am not requesting that right now. Because I do not need it to come and kill me. I have my one gun, which we all know I love my SKSs. That is literally one of the best parts about doing some of the events is I ask for an SKS as my prize. Because they are one of my... I think they're the least misunderstood gun. It's one of my favorite ones. That and the M4, but we all know how M4s are. And of course, here we go. Bears are harder to kill. Thankfully, on this server, you can spawn a car. Like I said, you can learn how to do that with /car, either off-road, Gunter, Olga Black. The only thing on this server is you cannot spawn an M3S. Those are turned off. They were constantly used for base raiding, which, as you know, there is no raiding on this server. We are PvE. We want all of our players to... Obviously, you're not going to all get along because different personalities and whatnot. But we all want either to get along or ignore each other, whichever one you want to go with. This is a place to learn and play and make... Honestly, it's more of a social setting for some of us older ones. Let me take a look here. And right now, Baron Zeno is quiet. People are letting me know. I have things coming in. Oh, let me go right here. Oh, there is a Hellion Santa crash north of Green Mountain. The loot has been left there. So if y'all are interested in heading to a Hellion Santa crash, please feel free to head towards the north side of Green Mountain. Thank you, Brightwheel, for giving me the update. See, this is why I keep an eye on the Discord. It keeps me up to date with everything. Brightwheel's let me know where Sully Crashes is. His base is closer to the course, and normally he has dynamic terrain, and he'll let me know to tell all the players on here. Don't think there's any at the moment, because thankfully it looks like he has a heli crash near him. Let's see. Alright, looking at my event page. Yep, like I said, he has one opening soon. I'm not sure what we're going to do with that one yet. A few weeks ago, we had the NASCAR days, and as you all know, we had a few different winners that are probably going to come back next year. When they are, I am not sure. Hopefully, the admins kept their files for it. Right now, Baron Zeno is quiet, which is good. I had some shooting not far from me when it sounds like it's resolved. Doesn't seem like it's a firefight or anything like that. Just some people out killing zombies. Alright, let me go here. If there's anyone who wants to hear things up on the news channel and are interested in me reporting it, please feel free to let me know via the Discord. Of course, I only can get on Saturday nights, and that is because during the week I am busy. And of course, like the admin says, if you have any questions or concerns, you can go to the Discord and ask around. There are a lot of longtime players on here. So, let's take a look here. We also have the DayZ in real life photos, things you can go look at, where people find things that reminds them. What about a moo cow? Yes, we had some moo cow. We found a moo cow, and we decided to share it because it looks like one of the little cows here on DayZ. And of course, they are adorable. I'm trying to convince Casual to let me have a moo cow, or I told my kid earlier I want a bunch of kids, so I want to get some goats. But you know that's still work in progress. We got to fix the fence from the last hurricane, but that's neither here nor there. If you feel like you see anything in real life that reminds you of DayZ, there was once a car that's license plate said "Love Neo." And no, I don't think they've actually been on Neo here, but it was very interesting to see. This was like a year ago. I thought it was hilarious. So, of course, I took a picture and had to share it. And it was a little red car, too, which made it even funny. It looked just like a Gunter. So, if y'all see any of these real-life cars made from the game, feel free to take a picture and share them. I actually do enjoy watching all the pictures people take. There is also the screenshots y'all can take of the different areas. And just be aware, do not share your base details on the Discord. That is a no-no. We moderators will have to delete your message. Only because we do not want other people knowing where the bases are. Because even though there is no raiding allowed, you know how people can get around here. They still do things they're not supposed to. That's also why we tell all of our wonderful players, if you want to stay on the coast, feel free to, but just be aware that is where most of the newer troublemakers come from. If there is an issue, you need to put in a ticket. So if you are killed on site, you have any disagreements, The place to do that is on a ticket. And obviously, if you're killed on site, you'll need to put in all your information. The admins are usually pretty good about banning, but be aware they do not replace the items that you lose. Just because with all the people that come here that cause issues, it could turn into a whole conundrum. So they just don't. They let you know. There are times though, if you put the thing in quick enough, sometimes you can put a ticket in, put it on the Discord, because we do try to watch it as much as possible. But obviously, everyone has real lives. Oh, there is a dynamic train at Electro. News is just coming into me now. And someone in Kinnison has went ahead and put some reindeer steaks at the Northern Trader if you are hungry. But for those who want to hit a dynamic train, please head over to Electro. I don't think it's been looted as of yet. I was just informed of its presence. It's a possibility because you know it is the server. I'm jumping topics, aren't I? Kaz just told me it's the norm. I like to jump topics around here, people. Dynamic train at Electro, so please feel free to head that way if you are close enough to get there before it gets looted. A lot of these dynamic... What's in there? It contains... It contains a bunch of back... It contains a bunch of backpacks, but no barrels, no tents, unfortunately. You have the chance of finding these on a dynamic train, but it's... I wouldn't say it's lower because they still do spawn on there, but a lot of the times you may not. I think the last 3 dynamic trains I came across, I found 1 barrel. And that was the one that literally just popped in over at South Trader on one of the mornings that almost nobody was on. And I was just sitting there getting some water after checking out when I fast evented to Josh's Christmas Temple last weekend. And now, of course, as you all know, once the events are turned off, do not use /fast event because it will send you to the middle of nowhere and kill you. Once they are done with events and everything has been removed from the server, they go on ahead and they deactivate it. So if you try to use it, it will end you up somewhere you do not want to be. And especially if you try to do it with all your great gear on, you will lose it. Let me go back and forth. There we go. So now we have reindeer steaks. I need to go on ahead and check South Trader at some point, make sure there's enough food stocked in there. I try to... Whenever I can head down that way when we're doing stuff, I usually try to put some meat in there or some fried pumpkins. Someone had been doing it for a little bit, but I haven't been down there since last weekend. And I do apologize for not being able to get on with y'all last Saturday. As you all, for those that don't know, not last Friday as in yesterday, but a week ago, so 8 days ago, I had to have my knee scoped because I'm a little special. And... I know I'm old. So I just was not feeling good. It was hard for me to bend my knee, much less sit in a chair. So I was not able to get on for a long period of time to do the news. I did come on Sunday morning after I let my knee kind of elevate and de-swell and did a little podcast that you can find on the Mal Saturday Night Podcast channel. I'm calling it a podcast, but truth be told, I don't know how to do a podcast, so I'm just doing the Neo News for y'all. And of course, it is 7:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for those that are listening. And you have exactly, at this point, 30 minutes until the server should shut down for the restart. Because again, they try to kick you right before. So I would say at about 7:50 Eastern Standard Time. Y'all would have to do the math in different countries. Please remember to log off, lock up your base. Make sure everything you need is up off the ground and log off. If you are one of the risk takers, Kaz, who likes to try to kick it to the end, just be aware if you are knocked out or you die, you will lose all your stuff at the restart. Now, as you all, for some of our newer players that are here, car despawn times vary depending on the vehicle, but they will all despawn at some point. Do not rely on your car to store anything. They are a from A to B type thing, and if you walk away, some other players have commented about how they weren't even 5 or 10 feet away when their car despawned on them. I am not sure why. It's some weird glitch in the code every once in a while. It's not common, but just be aware that is something that is going to happen. As we all know, the North Trader is a little get-together spot for a lot of players. That's why we call it a North and South Trader, depending on where you're at on the map. Because you want to get there, meet people, that's where you can do your trade-off. And like I said, we try to keep it I think I already told Kennison, shout out to you, good sir, for giving us those reindeer steaks. I will say, I absolutely do love the reindeer crashes because they're the best way to get meat easy for feeding, other than running over a cow, of course. Those are pretty fun too. I don't know about y'all, but anyone else here love running over zombies and just watching them fly in front of the car? Like 100 feet. It's like, oh, we should have a zombie run over race event. That's not a bad idea. Where everyone's in a car, we all speed, and then the zombies lined up and we hit them. We all see who can get thrown the furthest. But yes, I know I'm a little special, y'all. Aw. I was reading the thing from Slowpoke on the Discord about it'd be like an old time radio show. Alright, let's take a look. Oh, the sun is still going on. Nice and warm here in Neo. Just trying to keep an eye on things, make sure. I'm. Oh, sounds like I hear a car pulling up. I wonder who's decided to come visit us here at the show. And they ran into something, so I don't think it's Kaz. He's usually pretty good about not running into things, but he does like to drift around randomly. There's no okay. There is no food at the South Trader, so we'll have to see about taking care of that at some point. Hopefully, we can go right on ahead and get that filled up this evening. Prior to probably once I log off and have to restart, I'll go on ahead and head down there and see if I can't find some animals on the way and go on ahead and stock it up for some of our newer players. And for some of our older players, as we all know, as a rule of thumb, if you are going to go stock up South Trader, do not leave bigger weapons there, since we have crazy people from all over who want to sit right here and cause trouble. We usually end up trying not to leave the big guns so that they don't have a reason to kill people, but they do like to run you over with the cart once they learn how to spawn it. And as we all know, just place a ticket and that will be taken care of. Alright, it says we have 30 minutes to restart, but in reality we only have 24 minutes. Because, like I said, everyone, make sure you want to log off sooner. Let's see if there's any other updates. Continue. There is a radio mission in the middle of Vybor Airfield. It looks like it's a crash. Oh, hello, person of interest. Welcome to the radio show. I'm Al. How are you doing this evening?
Hello. Thank you for the help. I brought you beans.
Please take off your mask. I cannot it sounds muffled. He said thank you for the help. I brought you beans. Oh, thank you, good sir. I do appreciate you. I'm sorry. My husband had to translate for me. Like I said, I'm old. I do appreciate the can of baked beans. And thank you. Close enough. It's baked beans. All right, I got some beans so I can go ahead and eat them. I love having people come and hang out with me. Who was the person that was here? I didn't get their name. It was Damien. Oh, thank you, Damien. Oh. Like I said, I am so special, y'all. I don't know why the admins are letting me do this, but I'm having fun with it. Is everyone else having fun with it? Alright, so Dynamic Train at Electro. No food at South Trader. That'll be rectified later this evening. It looks like there's some Santa Crash and Heli north of Green Mountain. And looks... Just one that hitting something in the road that's not actually... And just be aware, when y'all are driving fast on these roads, you might run into things that do not exist because it's a glitch in the system and you will die. Not going to say someone just died right now that told me in the background that I'm hearing. But just be aware of that. Also, for some of our players, please do not leave any car parts in the middle of the road. They are a pain to clean up and they will end up killing you and other players. It's honestly quite annoying. If you do see any car parts there, you can go ahead and take a picture, report it to the admin, and if you want to, go on ahead and remove them from the roadway. That way, everyone else can have a safe and lovely drive. And I don't know if it's still going to be there, but there was a heli and Santa crash north of Green Mountain. So for those who are in the area and haven't gotten there yet, just a reminder, the radio mission is currently in the middle of Vybor Airfield. It looks like it's one of the heli missions. I don't think it's one of the flag ones, because if it was one of the flag ones, you mostly just sit there and let the flag go, but it is itself. For For some of our older players and those who think they've learned enough and they want to try some more, please feel free to check out Neo Farmer's other areas of in Clockwork. You can go on to Livonia, Sakal. They have a different Chernarus that you can go on, but this one's like more like AI, and these ones are more modded servers. They have a Deer Island. I haven't been on that one, but I am on Nova Caustic, and I'm wandering aimlessly on Livonia. But if you want to check these out, especially for those that are wanting to do more and actually trying to kind of play the game in more of an official type setting, go on ahead and feel free to, even though they are modded. Like, you really have to worry about the AI on there. I know on Bitterroot, they have AI patrolling the safe zones. So if you were to try to hurt another player, the AI will kill you. But there is also AI in like the military bases and all that too, which will try to kill you. I think on Nova Caustic, the AI, there's different factions of AI, because I guess that's the mod that the admins used. If you get with the right faction, you might be able to not let them kill you. But then they attack each other, because while I was on today, someone killed a different AI member. Apparently they like to fight. And shout out to Crazy Joe, who, even though I don't think he's on this server, he is on the Discord. He was nice enough to bring me some tan firefighter pants on Nova Caustic, because the last time I was on there, I was able to get a jacket, but it was my first run-in ever with AI. I didn't know there was AI like that on that server. And, of course, I made it back to a quote-unquote base, bleeding, about to die. And I just had to finish F11 myself because I was sick without any Tetra. So, looks like it's still nice and sunny outside. Let's see. Oh, I did do that. Okay. Yes, I'm still transmitting. I'm checking out. Oh. Alright. Oop. You got your stuff? Okay. I'm glad you got your super special blue hat. Kaz was the one who got hit and killed on the random roadways from nothing in the thing. Oh, why? Hello, good sir. Crawling into the radio station knows. I think it's Damien. He's just hanging out, having fun. Where are you at? Alright. Kaz is currently located in Novi Sober, and he's hearing more gunshots. Not saying there might be a firefight there, but, of course, just be aware of the area. People are probably out killing Zeds, and every once in a while a player might mistake you as a Zed. Not intentionally, of course, because I have killed a player or two myself thinking they were Zeds as I was in my little trigger-happy phase. Oh, it's in the military base? Okay, yeah, Novi Sober military, so someone's just sitting there checking it out. Oh, Starry Sober. Y'all know I get them backwards, right? You cannot trust me for it. I have to be read what we're doing. But one of the times me and Kaz were playing, I was being a little trigger happy, and he was coming up, and I was trying to shoot the Zed behind him, and I shot him in the face. Like I said, accidents do happen. You just got to make sure to let the admin team know that, hey, this was not intentional. I didn't touch nothing. The body's still here. Blah, blah, blah. So if we can find the player. And every once in a while, if I'm there, I'll strip the body, because it depends on where they came in. And then I might send Kaz to go get the player and bring them back to their body. Because as we all know, Kaz is one of the faster drivers on this server. If you see someone drifting around... What'd you say, hon? Oh, he's the quote-unquote slowest driver on the server, as you hear Elmo voice and drifting around corners. Elmo likes to be one of the fastest players on the server, with his and he does the voice very well. You would think that it was Sesame Street time, people. Of course, he does like to say randomly, Elmo loves you. Alright, oh, I want to also let all my players know about Neo General Classic. It is basically Neo's version of official. Still, it is a PvP. You can raid on this one. There is some interaction preferred with the PvP by the players, even though it's not technically a requirement. But it's kind of like that in some of the other ones, too. But the main part for it is because we like to make sure... And if you do decide to raid a base, please do not go all-out destruction. Raid the base, take what you want, and go. Do not destroy what they have. Try to, like, completely eliminate the whole base. Because that is just a mean thing to do. So that's why we try to ask you to avoid it. Oh, look, my partner in crime has joined me today. Hello, Kaz. How are you this evening? Was anything I'd like to talk to my fans about?
Oh, says don't be a dick.
Ah. So, of course, folks, I hope everyone's having a lovely evening today. It is 7:38 p.m. I'm only going to be on here probably for another 12 minutes, letting you all know what's going on tonight. Only because, like I said, at 10 minutes till, I actually do like to log off. One of the biggest things why I log off is because I'm always concerned about dying. Even though, of course, I'm here, we have a couple players here hanging out with me, but you just never know. And I'm a little special. You know, I haven't heard the rooster spawn in, so I wonder if I don't think the rooster spawned in here. Usually it spawns right outside the station, and I get to hear it. There are times you're probably hearing it, too. But I'm really not sure. Let's take a look here. Alright. I hope all my players are having a wonderful time this evening. I know the battery on my radio here is going to die very soon. It's mostly towards the end, so if it turns off, I'll have to see about going on ahead and getting a new one put in if it does beforehand. Go ahead and turn this on right here so I can keep an eye on it. Alright, my battery has now been replaced because Kaz decided to come hang out with me. He does love when I do love when he does weird things. So, oh. Hello, good sir. Anything you'd like to say to our players out there? No? Okay. Alright. So, of course, for all my players, if you guys can if you find extra radios, please go on ahead and feel free to leave them for some of our newer players. That way everyone has a fighting chance to do these radio missions. I don't know what the
And you can hear Mallory.
Elmo, what's the current, what time is left on the mission?
I think it's 31 minutes.
Alright, there's 21 minutes left for the mission.
31.
31 minutes left on the mission. So, for those of y'all who are currently participating in it, just be aware you have a time frame. But, like I said, the server will shut down
That's in NWAF.
It's at NWAF? Yeah, it's in the middle of NWAF Airfield. Just remember, the server will kick you at about 5 minutes till 8 o'clock, which is when they want to make sure you, thing. So, of course, like I said, in about 9 minutes, I will be logging off and saying good night to everyone. Well, at least for the radio part. You might find me hanging around with Kaz, driving around the thing. We like to race to the missions because it is a great way to learn the map. For those who are not comfortable driving, you do not have to race. Just make sure to drive safely and whatnot. Because I know everyone's computer is not the same. My original computer was a laptop that if I drove, you will die. So I ended up having to run most of the map when I did it. Because desyncs are a real thing on certain laptops because they can't keep up. And even some PCs can't keep up because it depends on what the model you have. And even so, just for some of our listeners out there, if you even have any computer questions, sometimes you can post that in the Discord as well. Because some of our players will let you know what things they use. And I'm not seeing anyone's professional IT here, but a lot of us, know enough about our computers to give an idea of what we could help with. And of course, if all that fails and you need assistance, please go find someone who's actual professional with licensures. And make sure they're licensed and insured, of course. Maybe I should actually see if I can't add a channel on here about PC help. And again, this is all asking the community type thing, which I'm sure there's actual subreddits not there for it. But I know earlier someone had asked. Oh, Mutes went ahead and asked, I've only ever played official and haven't played on a server with traders. How does it work here? So if you're listening...
Alright, so The servers on Neo are a take a penny, leave a penny situation. They're not NPC servers. The tents are for people who have access to leave things for new players to grab. Sorry, honey. I'll shut up now.
No, it's fine. I actually was typing that out to him in the Discord too while you were saying it because I don't know if Mutes is listening to the radio channel.
Mute, you better be listening, boy.
So,
Someone's coming in.
probably Damien. I'm asking Mutes now if they're listening to the radio mission channel. Because I'm like, if anyone has any questions or anything, they can post on the Discord now and we can answer it via news here until we have to sign off. I know a lot of our older players here have a pretty good understanding. But again, for those who listened to my thing a couple weeks ago, my husband never taught me about the hand drill kit for like a year. And only when we went on Classic did I finally learn what it was. The audacity. He brings me here and doesn't teach me. Excuse me, I cannot post that on YouTube. So. But yeah. Oh. You should be wearing your Christmas sweater and dancing. But yeah. So if anyone else has anything additional, I'm going to log off here in about 6 more minutes. Just to make sure. Let me check my general. Ooh, welcome Zoombod. Someone just joined the Discord. I'm going to say welcome to Neo on here. It's always so nice to have newer players come and join us. Honestly, I really do like working with newer players because I love building shelters. It's one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. And as weird as it is, right? I know we can't have a ton of shelters put up because they do cause some lag, but it's one of my favorite things. So, for the last few minutes, I'm just going to give everyone a reminder of the rules. As you know, this is a PvE server. There is no killing or raiding on this server. The only places that killing is allowed is in Northwest Airfield or inside Tizzy. They are all surrounded by fences, so everything has to be done inside the fence. If you, we ask that you don't make it to where other players don't want to play here. There is no mega compounds, even though I have seen a few that are currently against the rules. But there are certain things like we would talk to admin about and see what we can do in regards. And of course, if you need to spawn a car, make sure you have your in-name game set. So that this way, hold on. Oh, someone just recently died. Are you on your way, Kaz? It's east of Vibor. Someone just died, and my husband's going to go pull the body, take everything off of it, because you have 9 minutes. In 9 minutes is when the server is going to shut you out, and if you are not to your body in time, your body will despawn with everything on it. Like I'm saying, people, that's why I log out at the 10-minute mark. That way you will not ever have to worry about losing your stuff. Because I'm just always wanting to be on the safe side. And I'm pretty sure Nathan is no longer listening to the station. But hopefully other people are. So, alright.
Have a live studio audience.
Yes, I do have a live studio audience. It's always so nice to have that. Even though we all know I'm a little special. You can say hi.
Forget to listen to the best.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. Well, y'all, this is Damien. He's here to hang out with me for the last few minutes before I'm about to log off. And because, you know, that 10 minutes to restart, I do not play with that. Like I said, Kaz is the one who does it like all the way up and he'll sit there. I do not because I am so paranoid about being knocked unconscious. And yes, it has happened before, people. Like, I'm literally minding my own business and I get knocked out by something. Sometimes it's a wolf, sometimes it's a bear. One time it was me being dumb and driving because I was trying to get back to base beforehand. And yeah, so and it's interesting if you're driving and you crash but you're only unconscious and then restart happens and then you come back on, not only like your car will still be there but your body will not. So like I said, it's like one of the most interesting thing. But oh, are you cold, Damien? Do you want to make a little fire? Hang on. I might have a road flare on me. No, I do not. Let's see.
I'll go get stuff to make a.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a fire. All right, peoples. We have 2 more minutes, so I'm about to log off. Does anyone else have any questions or concerns for the last few minutes for me to go over with them? Oh, Recon Kiwi also just landed here in Neo. Welcome to Neo, Recon. Well, I don't think y'all are listening here. Maybe I should talk to the admins about adding a radio back to everyone's login thing when you first end up on the coast. Only reason being so that way you can everyone has a free chance for the missions. So, alright. Well, if there's no other questions going on right here, I'm about to log off from the wonderful Neo News. If y'all need anything, just let me know. Oh, hold on. Let me check here real quick. You have a good night too, Bright Wheel. Alright, have a good night, everyone. I will see y'all after the restart.